Welcome back to Auto Rev Now, your ultimate destination for everything fast, bold, and automotive. There's something unmistakably compelling about a machine that doesn't try too hard to impress, yet commands attention the moment it enters your field of view. The Aston Martin Vantage S carries that quiet confidence, a presence that feels deliberate rather than loud, refined yet undeniably aggressive. This is not just another performance coupe chasing trends or numbers. It is a carefully sculpted expression of identity, where heritage meets modern engineering in a way that feels authentic and purposeful from every angle. From the exterior alone, the design tells a story of tension and control, where every surface appears stretched over performance intent rather than decorative styling. The low stance, the assertive front fascia, and the way light glides across its curves all suggest motion even when the car is standing still. This machine doesn't rely on exaggerated elements to look fast. Instead, it embraces proportion and precision, allowing subtle aerodynamic cues to shape its character. It feels like a design that respects tradition while quietly evolving beyond it, maintaining elegance without sacrificing the raw edge expected from a true performance icon. As the camera moves closer, details begin to reveal themselves with a level of craftsmanship that reflects the brand's legacy. The sculpted lines aren't random, they guide airflow, reduce drag, and enhance stability, all while maintaining a cohesive visual language. There's a balance here that few vehicles achieve, where beauty and functionality coexist without conflict. This vehicle doesn't scream for attention. It earns it through presence, through proportion, and through the confidence of knowing exactly what it is stepping inside. The atmosphere shifts from visual drama to tactile experience, where materials, layout, and ergonomics come together in a focused environment. The cabin feels intimate, designed around the driver rather than built as a passive space. Every control is placed with intention, every surface finished with care, creating a sense of connection between human and machine. It's not about overwhelming luxury or excessive technology. It's about delivering an experience that feels purposeful, where craftsmanship enhances engagement rather than distracting from it. There's a certain rhythm to how this masterpiece presents itself, especially when viewed through cinematic transitions, light reflecting across the dashboard, subtle textures catching the camera's attention, and shadows creating depth within the cabin. It feels less like a traditional interior showcase and more like a study in atmosphere, where emotion is built through detail rather than spectacle. This performance icon understands that true sophistication lies in restraint, allowing the experience to feel immersive without ever becoming overwhelming. When the focus shifts to performance, the character of this vehicle becomes even more defined, revealing a balance between power and control that speaks to careful engineering rather than raw excess. Acceleration is immediate yet composed, delivering force in a way that feels measured and precise rather than chaotic. This machine doesn't aim to intimidate the driver. Instead, it invites confidence, offering feedback that feels intuitive and engaging. The connection between throttle input and response is sharp, reinforcing the idea that this vehicle is designed to be driven, not just admired. On open roads, the experience evolves into something more fluid, where motion and environment begin to merge into a continuous flow. The suspension absorbs imperfections while maintaining composure, allowing the driver to focus on the road ahead without distraction. Steering feels deliberate, providing just enough feedback to communicate what's happening beneath the surface. This vehicle isn't about overwhelming sensation. It's about clarity, about delivering an experience that feels refined even at higher speeds, where control becomes as important as power. As daylight fades into evening, the cinematic qualities of this masterpiece become even more pronounced, transforming the driving experience into something almost surreal. Reflections from streetlights glide across its bodywork, highlighting contours that feel more dramatic under the night sky. The environment changes, and with it, the personality of the machine shifts subtly, becoming more introspective, more atmospheric. This is where design and emotion intersect, creating moments that feel less like driving and more like storytelling in motion through winding roads and quiet stretches of asphalt. This performance icon continues to reveal layers of its identity, never rushing to show everything at once. There's a sense of progression here, where each moment builds on the last, allowing the driver to discover the vehicle gradually rather than all at once. It's a refreshing approach in a segment often dominated by instant gratification. reminding us that true engagement comes from depth rather than immediacy. What makes this vehicle particularly compelling is how it balances its dual nature, blending everyday usability with performance capability in a way that feels seamless. It doesn't demand constant intensity, nor does it fade into the background when driven calmly. Instead, it adapts, offering a range of experiences that reflect the driver's intent. This versatility adds to its appeal, making it not just a machine for special occasions, but one that can be appreciated in a variety of settings without losing its identity. There's also an emotional layer that cannot be ignored, a connection that forms not through specifications, but through experience. The way it moves, the way it responds, the way it feels under different conditions, all of it contributes to a sense of familiarity that grows over time. This masterpiece isn't designed to impress in a single moment. It's built to resonate over many, creating a relationship that evolves with every drive, and perhaps that is the defining quality of the Aston Martin Vantage, as it doesn't rely on extremes to prove its worth. Instead, it refines, balances, and perfects, delivering an experience that feels cohesive from start to finish. In a world where performance often leans toward excess, this vehicle takes a more measured approach, focusing on precision, emotion, and design integrity. It stands as a reminder that true automotive excellence isn't always about being the loudest or the fastest, but about creating something that feels complete. Something that resonates long after the engine is turned off. This is Auto Rev Now, where horsepower meets passion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next review.